Hey, welcome to the channel. It's Noble Credit. In today's video, we're going to be talking about what card I'm going to be using in 2024. Now, am I going to be using this card all of 2024? No, but I'm going to be putting a significant amount of spend on this card, but for a very good reason. Spoiler alert, the card is right here. It's the World of Hyatt credit card, the personal version, not the business version. But I have some pros, I have some cons to doing this method. This video is going to be designed to help you make that decision for yourself, whether or not you want to do this method that I'm pursuing or you want to do a different method. If you're in the early or the mid game of getting credit cards, then I may not recommend this method to you unless you already have the Hyatt card and you're over 524 and you have about 6, 7, 8 months to burn before you let time go by before you're under 524 again. This method is mostly for people in the end game. And the reason why I say that is because in the beginning or in the middle, you should still be getting sign-up bonuses. You should still be going after cards that will fatten your points bank, because that's where you're going to get the maximum value, especially in the beginning of this journey. But if you are in the early or the mid game, feel free to stick around in this video and hit the like button for me, because this may be a method that you will use in the future, which is probably not too far from now. So whether you're in the early game, the mid game, the end game, stick around in this video, because you may be able to learn something that you can take from this video and use in your own credit card setup. And please do not forget, smash that like button for me so the algorithm can recommend this video to someone who needs it. With all that out of the way, let's begin. So the World of Hyatt card, it comes with a very specific benefit after you get the card. No, I'm not talking about the anniversary free night that you get after your card's anniversary, which I should be getting soon because it's a little past the 1 year mark from when I got this card last November of 2022. I'm expecting to receive that free anniversary night sometime in January. I'm going to give it 8 weeks. I'll also be using that anniversary free night in a hotel in Milan, by the way. Just letting you know my intentions of using that anniversary free night. Remember, that anniversary free night is for a category 1 through 4. I'm trying to use it at a category 4 in order to get the most value. Now, do I wish that they extended it to a category 5? Of course I do, but they don't. So I got to get the most value I can out of it, but I digress. So it's not the anniversary free night. It's a benefit that if you spend $15,000 on this card within a calendar year, then you will get a free night certificate that you can use at a category 1 through 4 hotel. So it's the same as the anniversary free night, except it doesn't expire on your next anniversary. It expires when you get that free night after completing that spend. Now I'm going to be very specific with my verbiage here because I'm taking this exactly from the offer's terms of service for this benefit. It is a calendar year benefit, meaning it starts on January 1st. The spend tracker is going to start at January 1st, and then once you hit that $15,000 worth of spend, you should be receiving that free night certificate within 8 weeks. I wanted to make that perfectly clear because I see online sometimes that people mistake that free night certificate as an anniversary free night. It's not an anniversary free night. It's going to expire a year after you get that free night certificate. So could it be on your anniversary? I guess if you hit the spend and within 8 weeks they award you that free night certificate on or about your anniversary. But if you start in January and you hit the spend in February and your anniversary isn't until November, then it's not an anniversary free night. It's going to be a free night from the 1 year mark from when you get that free night certificate. So I hope I made that perfectly clear because that's very important with this plan. So you're going to get that free night certificate, and obviously the best way to get the most value out of that free night certificate is by using it at a category 4 Hyatt hotel. Now next, what you have to think about is the value that that category 4 hotel could provide you. I'm looking at between $300 and $600 worth of value from that one night alone. Now the next thing that I think about is what can I do with the points that I've earned from spending $15,000 on the card in and of itself. So I'm going to take the 1x on everything that you get with the card, and then I'm going to take the 2x category and kind of average it out. And so I came up with a valuation of about 1.3% back on all my spend using the Hyatt credit card. Now when you multiply that times 15,000, you're going to get about 20,000 points that you earn on this card by doing this method. So if we take 20,000 Hyatt points and then we have that free night certificate, I value that 20,000 points as being able to get 4 nights out of a category 1 Hyatt hotel, and then tack on that free night to be able to give you more value. I'm thinking between $300 to $600 worth of value out of that category 4 night. So I have my Hyatt valuation set up, but what do I have to think about now? I have to think about the opportunity cost of doing all this spend on a Hyatt card and not on a different card or different cards. So what would happen if I switched hotel brands and did all of this spend on Hilton using my Hilton Aspire credit card. I would value that at around 5x back on $15,000 worth of spend, which will come out to 75,000 points earned, which is probably only going to give me a maximum of 1 or 2 nights. So using Hilton would be a non-starter in this situation. But what if I didn't do Hyatt and I decided to do Marriott? What could I get from that? I value that at getting around 2.5% back on all of my spend for $15,000 worth of spend if I use my Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant credit card. So the points will work out to be about 37,500 Marriott points. This is only going to give me a maximum of 2 nights with Marriott. Next opportunity cost would still be with Marriott, but what if I spent it on the Ritz-Carlton credit card? This I value at a little less than what I could get from the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card. I value this at possibly getting 2% back on everything. So getting 2% back for $15,000 worth of spend, that's 30,000 points. That's a non-starter as well. You're going to be getting a maximum of 2 nights. Now I also have to compare this to what I can get back with the Chase IHG credit card. I think it's fair to say that I can get 4x back on IHG purchases when spending $15,000 within a calendar year. So that will put me at earning 60,000 IHG points, which sounds great. But then what would that break out to for nights that I can get at an IHG property? I would value this at a maximum of 3 nights at an IHG property. So basically all of the other hotel cards don't really compare to using the Chase Hyatt card. However, there is a use case that will beat the Hyatt card in most cases. And that use case is using a Chase Trifecta or Chase Quadfecta setup, meaning using a Chase Sapphire Reserve mixed with a Freedom Unlimited or a Business Unlimited, a Freedom Flex, and then the Chase Business in Cash. I would value what I can get out of $15,000 worth of spend at around 2.25% back on all of that spend, which would put me at 33,750 Chase Ultimate Reward points earned, which I could then transfer over to Hyatt. So it's like you're earning the same amount of points, they're just better. And using this method, I can get around 6 nights at a Category 1 hotel, or I can get 4 nights at a Category 1 hotel, plus the 1 I can get at a Category 4 hotel. Now, why would I not use this method over that first Hyatt method? And the reason is, it has to do with a little bit of cognitive dissonance, right? Because it's contradictory to use the Hyatt method if I have this method that is going to perform better. So yes, there's some cognitive dissonance there, but here's the rationale behind it. And this is the important part of the video that I want you to take. Between player 2 and myself, I have a number of Chase Sapphire Reserves, Business Income Limited, Business in Cash. So while the points can all pool together, it's still going to be split over multiple different cards. Then I'm going to have to keep track of every dollar spent. Now, it doesn't really matter how much I have to keep track of, because at the end of the day, I'm just going to keep using those cards optimally anyway. So it doesn't really take away. But what doing the Hyatt method does is it compartmentalizes what I can use and what I could spend on Hyatt. Now, like I said, the cognitive dissonance, because I'll still get the same result if I did it the Chase way. But I think it's better this way, because then you can track your spend on one card. And who knows, maybe I get less value out of my Chase points than I actually estimated here, or maybe I get more, or maybe I get more out of the Hyatt points. At the end of the day, I'm gonna wind up with 4 free nights no matter what, and at least 1 night at the highest valued Category 4 hotel. And remember, for the 20,000 Hyatt points earned, I said that can be split into 4 nights at a Category 1. And for Category 1, I'm thinking of properties that are worth 5,000 points when redeemed for an award stay. So if you take anything away from this video, it would be to get a Chase setup with a Chase Sapphire Reserve, a Chase Business Income Limited or a Freedom Unlimited, and then a Chase Business in Cash. I use that mainly for gas, and then a Chase Freedom Flex if you want that Chase Quadfecta. And then you can transfer those points over to Hyatt. And remember, Hyatt points are worth more than any other hotel currency currently. So that could be a play for you. And the second point is, earning Hyatt points with the Hyatt credit card is better than earning any other hotel rewards currency, except if you just spend thousands and thousands of dollars at each brand's hotel. So this is the setup for 2024, using that Hyatt card to earn that free night certificate, and then as a proxy, getting those 20,000 points out of it, which would translate to about 4 award stays at a Category 1 Hyatt property. And then don't forget between a $300 to $600 worth of value that you get from that free night certificate. Let me know if I missed something in this video, and if I did, put it in the comment section below. Let me know what you're doing for 2024. What's your card setup looking like? Mine, pretty simple, pretty compartmentalized, but I hope it works. And this is probably what I'll be doing from here on out. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.